Thank you for tuning in to Gloves Off Seattle. Join your hosts Patti and Meagan on this epic historical journey. If you're here, you probably already know that we love women's sports. Gloves Off Seattle! Well, hello, and welcome to another episode of Gloves Off Seattle.
Gloves Off Seattle.
And as promised, guys,
Surprise.
we're shifting back into hockey right now. So for those who are interested in our hockey content, here you go.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Well, Torrent. We're thanking the Torrent for
Yes.
giving us the opportunity. So we are very thankful that we were given the opportunity to interview a few players and Coach Bumstead, which we're very excited about. We've been wanting to talk to Coach Bumstead for a while. Actually, I didn't even get to interview Coach Bumstead. Patti did that all on her own. So these are all interviews that happened at the season ticket holder events that were today's actually Tuesday. We're recording on Tuesday night. So these happened Monday night and Tuesday night. And we both went to the Monday night event, which is why you'll see in the video with Abbey Murphy that both of us are in that video. And then Patti had the opportunity to talk to both Buckey and Coach Bumstead. And so at tonight's event, I was unable to go because of work, but we didn't want to delay. So we are recording a little late into the evening, but wanted to get this out into the world as quickly as possible because it kind of brought our fervor for hockey back, honestly. Like we've been steeped in the baseball and still loving the baseball. WPBL, you're still there with us. We're actually excited that there's games going to be on Wednesday.
We missed it. I said that to Megan tonight.
Yeah.
I'm like, I miss baseball.
Yeah. So anyway, and I think it's cool that we've got off season of both sports that we can focus on the other one. And who knows? I mean, who knows what else we'll pepper in? You guys know us. We'll pop up. We pop up here, there, and everywhere. But today and for this episode, we are going to focus on the Torrent, which we're very excited about. So we're just going to do a little, talking a little bit about the interviews, and then we'll insert the interview so you guys can see the interview, and we'll come back in. And anyway, it's going to be different than we've done interviews before. It's not a full-length interview. These were all, abbreviated.
Vignettes.
I don't know, vignettes. Sure, we'll call them that way. So that's why we decided to put them all out at the same time. It made a little more sense since they were shorter, just to give them to you guys all at one time. So. The first one that we are going to show you is
Buckey.
I was like, what do we decide? Buckey. And I wasn't there. I did watch. I did have the opportunity to watch. Yeah, no, I did have work, but I did have the opportunity to watch the interview before we got on to record tonight. And I'm just like, I'm excited. I think we've done little short, snippets with Buckey, but we haven't really sat down with her before.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really cool. And do you feel like you learned some new stuff?
I did. I felt like, I must have known she had a twin brother, but, having the twin
spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Patty's going to tell you all about the interview. No, just kidding. No.
Am I not supposed to talk about the
You're supposed to talk about the interview. Yes, absolutely. She has a twin brother.
Yes, she has a twin brother.
Which I didn't know. So
Older brother.
and and Patty brought that up, and they talked about that during the interview, which I was like, oh, that's information that I didn't even know. So I'm glad Patty brought that to the table.
Learn a little more. It was nice to sit down with her and have a little discussion. It was loud in the hall, but it was nice to talk to her and get some time.
Yeah, and we're gonna give a huge shout out to Jason, Megatron Burrows.
Thanks, Jason.
Jason, thank you so much. He's given me what I now is like the magic wand or the secret sauce to clean up audio because, geez, guys, recording in Queen Anne Beer Hall was a struggle, especially because we didn't bring the full podcast mics. We just brought little lapel mics, and so it was a little tricky to get the audio. But the program that I'm using that he told me about it's doing really good for the audio, so we appreciate it. So these should be good. So anything else, Buckey? She talked about summer just being really busy. She just flew in today. Or yesterday. Was it yesterday?
It was yesterday or today. It was very quickly. And did some stuff with Abbey, and
they're doing a hockey camp right now. So there's Torrent hockey camp going on right now. So Abbey was there yesterday, Monday, the full day, and then I think Buckey and her were both there the full day today. So there's what is it called? Development camp? I don't know what it's called. Yeah, development camp going on right now.
Don't ask me.
And it looks like the girls, if I had to guess, were teenager-y, preteeny age girls.
Very cool.
So, yeah, no, it's very cool, and it's awesome that they're putting this on, for the girls hockey here in Seattle. So Anything else about the Buckey interview before?
Just her summer activities
Yeah.
and just felt really good to be with her
Yeah.
and to feel some Torrent excitement,
Yeah.
and what she's looking forward to, what she felt during the expansion, just some really good topics.
Okay. Without further ado, we'll let you listen to Patti and Buckey.
Go Bucky.
Hi, I'm Patty or Abbey. Sorry, my wife couldn't be here. We have talked to you one or two other times.
Yes, yeah.
But it's so nice to see you. And, I don't think we ever got your hockey story. Like, how did you get into hockey? I know you were young, like 4 years old.
Yeah.
With your twin brother, we heard.
Yeah.
Do you ever remember a time that you couldn't skate?
Yeah, actually, there was. So it was my twin brother, and then I also had an older brother that also played hockey. And my first time going out, I do remember, like, I didn't know how to stop. So, yeah, I could skate, but I didn't know how to stop. So every time to stop, I just basically face planted into the boards, fell, got back up, and then turned around and started going. Like, that's my first memory of, like, basically not being able to skate, but being able to skate at the same time,
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. And did your older brother play with you as well?
No, he was 4 years older, so we never were able to cross paths a lot, but we were always like, if we were doing any like skills elsewhere, he'd come on with us. So it'd be like kind of us three a lot out there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And I know you talked about where your nickname came from, which we kind of knew that.
Yeah.
We deep dived you. And it's been on your practice jersey for a little bit.
Yes.
Do you think it'll ever be on your game jersey?
I don't think I'll ever get to that. Sometimes I feel like you gotta stick with tradition with some things. Grant-Mentis, that's my name. Like, people know me as Bucky Grant-Mentis, which I don't mind. But no, I need to have Grant-Mentis at the back, represent my mom and dad, the whole time. But I love it on my practice jersey. It was like honestly a surprise to me as well. So yeah,
How was it a surprise?
I didn't know what was being put on. It was like I had my hair done, so it kept getting stuck in the back. And so I wasn't wearing a name at the back.
I remember that. You weren't wearing one for a while. We thought it was out getting printed or something.
Yeah, exactly. And then one day I showed up. I didn't even know it was on there until someone like said, "Oh, Bucky's on the back of your jersey." I said, "No, it's not. It's like Grant-Mentis." But Grant-Mentis is so long that it always goes like across the shoulders. So it was honestly a nice ad. I liked it a lot.
I love that.
Yeah.
Now, going to the whole expansion process, taking a left turn here, how did it feel for you, like before you knew you were protected and after you knew you were protected? Like, what feelings changed there?
Yeah, it's kind of a situation that we're in where we just kind of have to go with the flow. Like, you can't really make any decisions until decisions are made for you. So you kind of just have to, like I said, go with the flow, see what's going to happen. And originally, like, I didn't know what was happening. Like, of course I was talking to Megan stuff, but they didn't know which direction they were going to go. And like, obviously everything's up in the air. And even if I was protected, wasn't protected, like, there's so many questions, there's so many ifs, ands, and buts. So like, honestly, I kind of just stayed out of it. I didn't really go on social media because there's nothing I can give people and there's nothing people can give me that will be like reinsurance. So I kind of just went day by day. Like, people would tell me, "Oh, this person went here." I'm like, "Oh, like, that sucks." But that's the game we're in. And unfortunately, that's something we had to go through for 2 years in a row. But hopefully now we can, like, have a steady state, people staying with the same teams for a bunch of years and something like that.
Who are you looking forward most to seeing back playing with?
I love playing with my girl Lexi. Like, we tear things up when we're on the ice together. And then just everyone else was on the team last year. We have such a small number coming back that, like, I'm just excited to be with those girls. And then obviously meet all the new girls like Abby and all the other draftees that are coming in for us.
Right. You've been having fun with Abby all week?
Yes. I mean, I just got here last night, so we've only met each other this morning, but she's been fantastic, and I can't wait to see what's going to come from it.
Good. Speaking of next season and going forward, we know you're on Face-Off Talk, and that's how you taught yourself Face-Off.
Yes.
Do you think you'll be in center mostly, or where do you think you'll be on the ice?
Great question. Probably a question for Bummy. I know she really liked me at center, so I hope to stay there. But honestly, at the same time, like, I just want to play, be my best for, the team Seattle. So whatever I need to do to be my best. That's what I'm going to do for them.
Awesome. And are you still on Face Off Talk? You still learning from TikTok?
I should really get back onto it considering the season's coming up and I haven't, taken a lot of face-offs, but I think I've gotten a few tricks under my sleeve that I kind of figured out the people I'm going against and can kind of hopefully win a couple this year.
Awesome. What camps have you been? What's your favorite camp that you've done over the summer?
Ooh, that's tough. I mean, I did one of my own, which was really nice. My first one in Toronto. That was really fun. It was a short camp on the weekend. I love that one. I also do, let me switch the name, the Women of Color Collective.
Sweet.
And that's honestly my favorite weekend of the entire summer. Like I always block it out in my calendar because I know
that one a lot.
Exactly. I know it when it's coming up, always in July, just before my birthday. So it's an unreal camp and it's something that, we're all very passionate about that we do, all the coaches there. So we're really excited about it and we can't wait for it to grow much more than what it already is. So we're just happy to do that every year.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And your camp, that'll be the first of many? Are you going to do yours every summer?
Oh, 100%. I mean, my summer's already pretty blocked off already for next year.
Yeah.
With a lot of things going on, but I for sure will squeeze that in somewhere, definitely.
You have to.
Yes.
You have to. Thanks so much, Bucky.
Thank you.
I appreciate you spending time with me. I know it was a couple hours here. So thank you so much for sitting down with me, and my wife says hello.
Of course, thank you, and hello to the wife.
Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you, Bucky, so much for giving Patti time, us
Sorry, I
time.
missed it, babe.
Oh no, it's
Good.
okay. We really appreciate Bucky and just her excitement for the coming season. I loved hearing her say that she was excited about coming back and playing with Lexi. So we're all excited to see them play together again. They played well together last season. So it's really just, I think for me, just reinvigorating me. Even though I didn't get to go to this event tonight, it was just reinvigorating me just for Torrent hockey. So yeah.
And a little, you mentioned Lexi, and they do kill it on that game day fit checks. But
Oh yeah.
she did talk about this during the question and answer at the beer hall.
Yeah.
But her mom styles her complete head to toe, top to bottom.
Oh, Grant-Mentis or
yeah.
Oh, Bucky's mom.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
her
awesome.
sister.
I
Yeah.
love the fact that she had some amazing fits last year.
really
So
did.
yeah. So I'm excited to see. Oh yeah, I'm totally excited to see walk-in fits this year. And we've got some new players, and who knows? And one of our rookies.
We could blow it out of the water.
I know. Well, one of our rookies is a jewelry maker too.
Very crafty.
Yeah, Jarvis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Emerson. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, we're excited for that. So that was Bucky. And again, thankful that we had the opportunity to sit down or Patti had the opportunity to sit down and talk to her. Somebody that we've been wanting to talk to since really even last season when they were an assistant coach is Coach Bumstead. Now that she's the head coach. Yeah, I think that we've just been really just excited to talk to her, kind of get into her head. Patti knew a lot about, again, like Patti's like coming with these facts from the side that I was like, I had no idea. The whole ALS connection.
I can take no credit. She did talk about it. I did remember it, but she did talk about it in the question and answer.
Okay, and it's something, because when you said it, I was like, there's something that's like ringing true to me that she coached deaf players at one point. Yeah, so
she did. And
so,
taught in a
and
deaf
taught
school.
at a deaf school, which she says in the interview. You guys will hear in just a
sorry.
second. No, I'm just
Spoiler alert.
it is a little the spoiler, but that's stuff that like I think I had some in the back of my mind, but it didn't really. But anyway, so yeah, so Coach, she also just got into town, and I know at the end of the interview, you guys were kind of talking about how it's can't believe it's still 2 months away. I mean, hockey feels like it's still so far away. But she's obviously gearing up to get and here's another little spoiler. You guys will hear her say it, but they're finalizing the whole coaching staff here pretty soon. So.
And she did. I do want to shout out that she did mention that she'd already met Brian. So.
Oh yeah, shout out Brian. Well, no, and this was actually a cute story because Patti was introducing herself and saying like, yeah, we're Gloves Off Seattle. My wife and I do a podcast, and she and Bumstead said, I don't think I've met you guys, but I've met the man. Would she say the man?
She's like the guy who does your
the guy who does it, like Brian. And we're like, yay, Brian. So Bummer.
She prefers. But
she prefers.
She says this.
She's working on nicknames, but anyway, Bummy, remembered you, Brian. So we thought we would shout out Brian. As we love, our lens. That's what did you say that we were the voice?
We're the voice. He's our
the lens.
lens.
Yeah. So that's how we felt about it. And he's the voice sometimes too, and our fact checker. And. So anyway, shout out Brian. You were there in spirit, and Coach Bumstead remembered you. So anything else before we cue up the interview?
Once again, just really fun to sit down with her. I'm sorry you missed it. It was really, I enjoyed it. And you're going to enjoy it too.
Okay. Without further ado, here's Coach Bumstead.
Welcome. This is Patti from Loves Off Seattle. I have our coach, Christine Bumstead. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
From the evening that we've had tonight here at Queen Anne's Bar, or Queen Anne's Beer Hall. Oh my gosh. You like to be called Bummer.
Yeah.
That's your favorite. That's what you answer to?
Yeah, I think I answer to both. Bummer's like a good remnant, I guess, to my roots. Like that's what my dad's called, so it's just nice. It's like our connection thing, but also at the same time I'll respond to Bummy. That has been my rebrand here, and it's I do either.
Yeah. Talking to Buckey, she did call you Bummy, so I think that's what everyone's gonna call you. What we first like to ask people when we talk to them is, how did you get into hockey? I know a little bit of it, but how did you get into hockey? What was your first hockey memory?
My first hockey memory was with my dad. Like he played and he coached and things like that, and he ran hockey camps for 38 years. That was his job all of our life. So that was kind of our first introduction to it, was skating and doing hockey schools and things. So that was always how we spent our summers, and then our season was obviously spent playing growing up in Canada. Yeah.
Do you ever remember not skating?
No, there's like pictures of me when really little, just like standing and being dragged around. But I don't ever really remember a time without skates on my feet.
And coaching is in your blood, obviously. If you grew up watching your dad coach, and it's really a part of your whole being.
Yeah, exactly. And I think for me, like, I used to be a teacher, and I always said like that only difference between teaching and coaching is like everybody wants to be at the rink and not every kid wants to be in the classroom. So like half the battles won for you at the rink is everybody wants to be there, but it's very similar. And when I was growing up, I watched my dad coach and run camps and things like that, and that's where I think I got a lot of knowledge on like the skill development side and like changing your approach for different players to make sure that they're all kind of getting the information in ways that they need to receive it.
And you definitely bring that to the Torrent. I think you bring your approach to whatever you're doing. You did a lot of special teams last year as the assistant coach. And Meg, talk about like wanting a punishing season this season. How do you see yourself bringing that to the rink?
Yeah, well, I think when I think back to like previous teams that I've coached and identities that we've had, is like we've prided ourselves on being that punishing group and, making other teams pay. And it doesn't just happen because you say it. Like, it comes with hard work. It comes with the work ethic of like every day going to work to really drill in those habits and play the right way in the way that we want to. And it comes back to that buy-in. Like, for us, like my philosophy, like in hockey and in life, is like, if I didn't get better today, somebody else did, and now they're ahead of me. So it's really thinking about like every day we need to get better, and every day we need to build onto that punishing style of play and that punishing identity that we want to have. So that way, when it comes game time, it's just second nature for us.
I love that. It's almost like there's a racetrack there every day at the practice stadium, at the game. It's always a race, and we have to. Someone's going to beat you, or you beat them.
Yeah, exactly.
It's awesome. Now, you also coach deaf players, and you grew up with deaf friends, and that's how you got into hockey, right? I know I was in the background. I was applauding with the deaf applaud back there, and it was running.
Yeah, I saw lots of people.
A lot of people did. Yeah. And you're an interpreter as well?
Not an interpreter. I'm like a teacher at a deaf school. Okay. There are like interpreters obviously there. But yeah, I love the language and the culture, and that's kind of what drew me to it. And I think being able to teach in a classroom of both hearing and deaf children, it gave me like a unique opportunity. I was the only teacher at the school that actually signed. Like, all the classrooms had interpreters, but for me, like, an important thing was some days I would go voice off and I would sign, and my interpreters would speak to give those hearing students the opportunity to actually experience what it's like to get your information through a third party. So like, and we would kind of do some things like that, which I think is like speaks to like the advocacy and the empathy side of things. But yeah, so like not a true interpreter by trade, but just like obviously fluent in the language and things like that.
And teaching yourself from a book.
Yeah, well, I learned enough that I could then go to my deaf friends and they could teach me more. I didn't like before, like their mom, like my one friend Danielle, her mom was always her interpreter, but like when we were hanging out, I didn't want to hang out with her mom all the time because I wanted to be able to tell secrets with my friend without our moms knowing. So I learned from a couple library books, and once I knew enough, then they could teach me more, and that was kind of like learning in that more like social way versus a class.
That really shows your empathy, Bummer, because I just applaud that part of you and wanting your friend to feel included in secrets and probably games and the whole 9 yards. So that's amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Can I ask you a quick question on the side? Stephanie, the assistant coach, pronounce her last name for me. McHugh, like the letter Q. McHugh.
Yeah.
McHugh. Okay, so Coach McHugh, how are you going to interpret? Is she going to do special teams and you're taking over the whole, or what do you think Steph's going to do?
Yeah, well, I think Steph coming in like is such an advantage for us in so many ways. Like she's such a great hockey mind. She's very well respected in this league. She has great rapport with some of our players who were formerly in Boston. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so she's someone like full confidence in her and her ability and her hockey mind. Like she's going to be running our decor. That's what she's like. That's her bread and butter. That's her element. And like really excited to like let her shine in that. Like I told Meg right from the beginning is I want assistant coaches that are like great in their areas, and I want them to be great in their area. So for her, defense, PK, like that's hers, and I think like with her in charge, we're gonna be great there.
Awesome. And is the rest of the staff set?
We're very close. We're very close, and we're very excited about our candidates and how we're gonna round out the rest of our staff.
Awesome. Well, I'll tell you, the fans are excited. We are ready. I don't know how we're gonna wait more months.
I know,
but we are so ready.
This week here, like I just got here today, but being here, I'm like, oh man, like we got to start soon, and it's a couple more months, but I think it's going to be like Christmas morning.
Yeah, it does feel like that, honestly.
Yeah.
We get Christmas early with the hockey. Thank you
sure.
so much for talking to me, Rumor. I really
having
appreciate
me.
it. I know my wife says hi and was sad she couldn't be here, but I know we'll see you around the practice room.
Absolutely. We'll see you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Coach Bumstead. It was great. It was great getting to learn a little bit more about you through Patti, and Patti definitely brought the good vibes home with her. And we're just really glad. We're glad that you're here and are still here this season, and bring some continuity through with the players. I'm sure they appreciate that too, the returning players, just because it's a familiar face in the locker room, right?
Absolutely.
And so you guys did talk about Coach Mikyla, and that she was a defender when she played, and so just little tidbits of information. So she will be focusing on special teams,
PK,
and defense, which is we
that's her wheel.
We thought that that's probably what she was going to do, but confirmed obviously by Coach that and she doesn't actually. I should not call her Coach. She doesn't like to be called Coach. We're going to call her But
she does. She coaches dad to her. Dad. So she likes Bummer.
Yeah. Bummy. Bummer or Bummy, which is really hard for me to say, but I'm gonna really try.
Because she's. I don't want to say she's not a bummer because she is Bummer, but she is totally not the
a bummer
of a bummer.
She just seemed really like uplifting, and anyway, I hope that she's just a great presence in the locker room this year for the Torrent, and we just cannot wait to see what comes. So again, just kind of reinvigorating us for hockey season to get started here in the next couple of months. So. Okay, and so finally, this was actually the first interview we did. We did it together on Monday, but we kind of wanted to save it for last. We did have a chance to sit down with Abbey Murphy, who was our first round draft pick. Well, she was number two, but she was our first round draft pick, the number 2 draft pick, because the Golden Knights had to win the stupid goal plan. It's not stupid. I'm sorry.
Only stupid if you don't.
That's right. If you don't want to. But so anyway, so we did get second round draft pick. I don't know how much we've talked about it on the podcast. I think we talked about it a little bit, that there's, lots of opinions flying and emotions flying around Abbey Murphy, and this being the choice. And one of those things, and I'm just going to say it out loud because everyone feels like it was a done deal that we were going to get Layla Edwards, and then that didn't happen. And I think just because people's expectations weren't met, it was a shifting of mentality about, just the change of what everybody thought this year was going to be. And so, Abbey has had a little bit of an uphill battle, honestly, because she's fighting against the Layla Edwards, mindset of that a lot of us were in, we were in it too. Like, I'm not going to lie. We thought that too. And so, they have come in guns ablazing, with Abbey over the last couple of days. She flew into town, and we kind of go over this a little bit in the interview. Immediately, did Pike Place Market, did the fish throwing, did the Space Needle, did the aquarium, went to Alki Pride, did a meet and greet there. They did the animal shelter, and then she's had these 2 season ticket holder events and a media event this morning, and her mom came in today, which was actually, I was there yesterday, which was Monday, and then today, Tuesday, when Patti was there, you got to meet her mom. So yeah, you got to chat with her mom for a little while. Yeah, chat with her mom, which we didn't obviously talk about in the interview before. We did talk about her mom a little bit, but we didn't talk about you meeting her mom because that hadn't happened yet. So. Right. So, we tried to ask the questions we felt like the fans would want to hear the answers to. So, and do it in a kind, loving and respectful way, because that's who we are as people. And so, I think that, we want people to hear what she has to say. And, hopefully we asked the questions well, and, we did what we did what we could, and what we felt like was the right thing for us to do. So what else do you have to say about?
Just we asked the questions we thought everyone wanted to hear, and that's what we did.
Yeah. So we'll let you guys, we're going to just, here you go. We're going to let you guys listen in to Abbey Murphy and both of us. And yeah, here she is.
Here we go.
Awesome. Hey guys, it's Closed Off Seattle. We are here at the Queen Anne Beer Hall at the season ticket holder event today. So, and we have a very special guest, Abbey Murphy. Thank you so much for joining us today, Abbey. We appreciate you. Yeah, absolutely. We just have a few questions. We only have a couple minutes with you. So I just really wanted to hear, the first thing I want to hear is, tell us about draft night. How was that? Were you expecting to hear your name called? Were you expecting to come to Seattle? Tell us all about it.
I feel like you never really know where it's going to go. It's obviously always up for grabs. This draft class was obviously incredible. He could have gone anyway. Being up there, kind of sharing that moment together for us USA girls and everything was just a special moment. Obviously, having my entire family there, mom, dad, my 2 older brothers, was a full circle moment for sure. It takes a village to get to where you are. The support from family back home, like immediate family and stuff like that. So, yeah, to hear my name called, it was just so surreal, and took in every moment for sure.
And your whole family was there. How did your brothers react? We've heard about your interactions with your brothers. Tell us about how your brothers reacted.
They were really excited. Obviously, they're like, yeah, like all the beatings probably paid off and everything, but no, it's awesome. They're my whole heart. They've done everything for me, so just to have them there was awesome.
And what about the neighbor who got you into hockey? Was he there? Where were they?
I wish. He's got a family now, so bummer. But I think he was watching it, which is pretty special. He's obviously giving him a lot of credit for where I've gone to today. Obviously, had no family who played hockey, so it's a little different journey. Definitely. But my parents blame him for all the money spent.
Okay.
So
it's good to have someone to blame.
It's a good thing. He'll take it all day.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, you've had a very busy summer, and so I just kind of wanted to talk through. You had the draft weekend, then you went straight to the ESPYs, then She Weekend, and then an invite to the White House. Like, please tell us, where did the invite to the White House come from, and all about that experience?
It's been a whirlwind of a summer. But, like, literally, I mean, from Olympics, then back home, and then doing all like the Olympic, post-Olympic tour. Obviously something to be super grateful for. The SBs were absolutely wild. Obviously super cool. Flavor Flav to hook us up with that. I mean, it was just like a really neat experience for our team, and obviously weird not to get invited right off the bat, but I think everyone was like, "We have to go," you know. So that was awesome. Obviously, I had a couple of teammates up at awards, didn't get them, but in our hearts, they're winners all the time. And then yeah, Sioux weekend was a blast. I mean, everyone was like super dead by the end of the weekend. Very little sleep, I'll be honest. But no, like I said, I mean, Flavor Flav putting that whole entire thing together for us was just something that you never really expect, you know, but for someone to support women like that, support us, and kind of give us that full experience was really special. And we wish we could do it every year.
Yeah.
Maybe you will.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the White House was awesome. Obviously, we enjoyed on land and had a really cool experience with all the other, however many of them fans went. I think whenever we get to go with that kind of group of Olympians, it's something to be proud of. You know, it's really cool because I got to go in 2022 as well, and then in 26. So, you know, my father was a Marine. Obviously, get to go there and represent your country in any way that you can. So, it was really neat, really fun, and had a fun couple nights there too with fellow Olympians.
Awesome. Any follow-ups to that?
No.
Okay, so this is whirlwind. I mean, you are like, you know, doing all of Seattle right now. We just really want to know, what are your plans to really get into Seattle, the Seattle hockey scene, the Seattle culture? Tell us all about it. I mean, you went to Pride this weekend. Jeez, you've been everywhere.
It's been a blast. Yeah, really kind of had me going everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, had a list of stuff, and I was super excited, looking forward to it. Feel like I was like one thing to another. You know, yeah, we did. I can't even know the order. It was Pike Place, Alki Beach, and then Space Needle. I think that was the order, or Fish Market. That's Pike Place.
Yeah,
Yes.
But it was just.
We saw you with dogs and
I saw
cats.
the dogs.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
yeah.
I can't forget about that.
And the aquarium,
Yeah,
because
the
you know,
aquarium.
where would Cuffy want to go besides the aquarium?
Right.
Tell me all the stuff you need to know about the aquarium, but I think any way that I could show who I am and get to know everyone in Seattle, obviously, whether it's outside or inside of hockey or not, but it's already been a blast. Obviously, meeting people here at season ticket runners it's something to be grateful for, and ever since I stepped foot in Seattle, it's been nothing but amazing, and looking forward to do anything I can, you know, during our camp this week, but yeah. The Torrent in a bunch of young girls. That's something that I take a lot of pride in. You know, if we change someone's life and I have no idea, and you know, I had people who did that for me when I was in too.
Awesome.
Now you said before we started that your mom's coming tomorrow. What's the one thing you're really excited to show her here?
It's a good question. I hope that maybe they let her catch a fish. I don't think that's gonna happen.
I think if you buy one at the market, like if she can buy one, yeah, they'll throw it at her. Absolutely.
We were talking about the Space Needle. I think that's like a staple, of course, for her to go show her. It's a quick trip.
Yeah.
She's here Tuesday, Wednesday, and then head out early Thursday morning. So I'm gonna try and show her as much as possible. You know, it was a quick turnover for me too. I think we can bust through a couple things for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, anything you want to say to the Seattle fans?
Just super excited, looking forward to this season, and get ready to cheer loud and be entertained.
Awesome.
We're ready.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time. We appreciate you.
Thanks so
Yeah.
much, Abby.
Okay, guys. You know, thank you, Abby, so much for spending the time. And we only got a little bit of time. We only got a little bit of time with all of them.
Yeah.
So I want to say that out loud. It wasn't our usual form. Our usual form is to sit down and, you know, spend, you know,
Have a full
20, 30
conversation.
minutes with people. You know, in this venue at Queen Anne Beer Hall, it was a little harder to, you know, really get in and dig in. But anyway, again, we hope that we did justice to what the fans would want to hear on all accounts, not just, you know, with Abbey Murphy, but I think that one was it felt a little more weighted for us to make sure that we were doing right by the fans, by our community, you know, and all that. So yeah, I think more to come as far as like what's shaping up for the season, guys. I think that there's still, going to be more fan events, more, I don't have any insider knowledge. I don't know what's coming. I don't know what the Torrent have planned. I know that there's, I think, a couple more days of this camp, and then I think, the players will be back out of town doing other summer things until they all return. I don't.
October.
Yeah, last year it was October. Was that confirmed by anybody?
Yeah, I talked to Meg Turner for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think she said people are coming
Back in October. Yeah. So that's when they came. It was like October 1st. I remember last year.
November 1st last year. No,
It was October 1st.
Okay.
They started coming to town.
Don't count on my memory.
Yeah. Well, because they started training. I mean, they were here training for
Okay.
a couple. Anyway, so I think it was October 1st last. So I think that people will start, we'll start seeing them trickle in over the next couple months. And as as we have availability to be able to, get you guys some footage with the team, or, more interviews, whatever we've got, we will bring those forward as they are available to us. So I think for us, we are going to have Jason, which we mentioned at the top of the show, on to come in and talk.
Finally.
Yes, finally, we've actually been trying
wanting
to.
to do it
We've
for a
been,
while.
we've been wanting to get Jason on for a while, but we're going to get him on to talk about the events. So we purposely didn't really talk about the events in this show, because we're going to do
This
a
is the
whole
interview show.
we're just putting out the interviews this time, but we're going to do a whole show Monday morning with Jason, just to talk about the events and talk about the the fan experience and all that kind of stuff. So that's what's coming up for us. There will be baseball peppered in here, there, and everywhere, because we are still in the middle of the WPBL season.
Go Queens.
And go Queens. They don't play again until Friday. But the games, as always, is the weeks, the weeks of this short season is going. They play Wednesday through Sunday, so the games start up again on Wednesday. So that is it for us. As like I said, as the hockey news comes in, we'll pepper that in. But we're going to continue to focus on baseball, until that, because we're working up to a big trip to Springfield, guys. Over
Weeks from tomorrow.
over Labor Day weekend, we have a big trip planned. We're going to go see 4 games. We have tickets to 4 games, so we're going to see each team twice. So we're very excited about that. And we have some fun stuff planned for
bobblehead.
I know the final game of the regular season, which is the Sunday game when we're there, is the Maybell bobblehead giveaway night. So we are going to get in line at noon, I think, for a 6:30 game.
Don't tell everyone that. They'll all be there.
To make sure that we get one of the bobbleheads. So so that's the exciting things that are coming up. For those that attended the season ticket holder events for the Torrent over the last 2 days, if we saw you, we will give shout outs on the show we do with Jason. We're not forgetting about you. We love you. We love our hockey family. Like I said, this has really reinvigorated us. We just did an unboxing tonight with some fun stuff, some hockey cards, and it's like, oh yeah, like we got to get back into the hockey gear, the hockey mentality. And it's just because I think the summer it's been slow, and so we have to get back there. Just as a mental space. Yeah, it is. And we'll just, it's okay that we switched to baseball, because we're having a lot of fun with that. So, okay. Last words, because I don't really know where else to go. I know.
I get a last word?
You do get a last word.
Okay, well, I guess my last word has to be talking, because there was a lot of talking from a lot of different people in this episode. So talking.
Yeah. So again, thank you so much to the Torrent for the availability for the players and for Coach Bumstead. Again, it's always lovely to get to sit down with people and just to hear their stories and get to know them a little bit better. Really just put a human edge to them, which really is fun. It's fun. I mean, it was really fun to see Buckey. I mean, I am sad I missed that, but it was really fun to see Buckey just come alive and become animated, talking about her hockey journey and the fun things that she's doing and what she's looking forward to. It's going to be hockey season here real soon, guys. We can't wait. Yeah. So here's your special midweek episode that we've been teasing a little bit about.
Special. If we ever had one come out on
I don't know if we've ever done a Wednesday before, but
have.
it's my impatience. I'll be honest. Like, it was really my impatience.
diligence.
Well, I was just like, we have these, I don't want to sit on them for a whole nother 24 hours. Really what I was thinking. I don't want to sit on these interviews for a whole nother 24 hours. I want to get them out to you guys, because I know you guys are excited to hear them. So if it means I have to stay up a little bit later tonight editing, I'll do it.
She will.
Okay. Okay, guys, we will talk to everybody on Monday. Tune back in for another hockey flavored episode. And yeah, I think that's it.
That's it.
Okay. Bye-bye. And that's the show. Tune in next time for another episode of Gloves Off Seattle.